What's good, YouTube? What's good? Business Never Done podcast. We are in the building. Let me make sure, man. We are in the building. What's good, man? What's good? We in the building, man. Business Never Done podcast. We are on the clock at Lit Factory, and we are live streaming. What's good with the people, man? I had fun on that last live, man. So my first two, just to get comfortable, I'm gonna just ask questions before we start learning about the cannabis industry. I'm gonna start bringing, facts and articles, and because there's all type of states, man, that's opening up, man. I just seen all the rules, man. All of the rules that they're trying to come with in Ohio, man, to open up dispensaries. So I'm gonna look in more to that, and I'm gonna bring up some facts and get all the rules that they're trying to come with, and then I'm gonna bring it to the people, man, and bring it to y'all to let y'all know how hard it is in other states, man, to open up dispensaries because they really trying to like, man, it's hard, man. So, man, if y'all got any questions, man, y'all can start asking questions. We are on the clock, man. It's doing man, I had to do the inventory this morning at Lit. I had to count every single item because it's at the end of the month. It's the 31st on Sunday. Halloween is on Sunday. So I had to count everything, man, before the weekend rush come. So that's what I did. That's what I've been doing. I mean, before I came to y'all. Lit is going cool though, man. It's a very windy day, so we had to lock the doors because the wind is blowing the door open and it's blowing everything down. It's crazy. This Oklahoma weather is crazy. So yeah, we're in the building. We're in the building, man. Hit that subscribe. If y'all haven't hit that subscribe button, man. I'm trying to get my followers up. I'm trying to get my time watched up. I'm trying to get everything up now. Y'all see the strand of the week. The strand of the week is 55, man. Straight gas. Straight gasoline, man. I'm rocking with it. And I put Crip Mac up there just because he's famous right now. He's going viral. So I thought it was pretty funny, man, to put him in the YouTube, man, in the picture. But the 55 is gas, man. It's on the connoisseur shelf and it's going quick. People are talking about it, man, because once you get some good flour, man, then man, the word goes around because it's hard to find some good flour around. Engineered cannabis out there, man, in the DMV. What's good with you, man? Track and trace how strict your state is in every inventory. Right, right. It's very strict. And that's what I've been trying to do. Man, I'm trying to get down to reporting to the state because you got to report every single every single flower that you sell and every single edible that you sell. But far as the accessories, they don't care. But the flower, they're really strict on, and they want to know what's coming in and what's going out, so they can stop the black market because the black market is going crazy. The black market is going crazy. So yeah, man, they are very strict. OMA, man, they trying to crack down. I see like in a lot of other states that it's really impossible in other states like to open up like far as the small people because we're considered small still. So in other states, man, they're trying to stop the small people from even starting. They want all the big companies to come in and to get all the money, and they don't want, man, the people who actually live in the state, and they want all the big companies to come in. And that's what I'm seeing because Ohio, man, they coming with a crazy list of all this stuff that you got to do just to open up. Because I watched this other show and with this cannabis lawyer, and he was breaking it down, all the rules and regulations, and it's crazy. All the guidelines and stuff is crazy. So, but other than that, man, we trying to get the marketing down. Trying to get the marketing down for sure. Got some good edibles. Got the smoky okies in. Got some good pre rolls in today. The pre rolls, I don't know, man. I guess people are lazy now and they don't want to roll anymore, so they just mess with the pre rolls because the pre rolls they go crazy every week. People like the pre rolls. So yeah, we just checking the stream out, man. I'm gonna get good with this. Got the share screen. Look up Live Factory. E maps. So I can share screen and see what's up with our inventory. Okay, let me see. Can I share screen? Man, I really don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, man. I'm gonna figure out. Danielle, do you have the caramel apple suckers? Yep. Make her ma, yeah, we do. She trying to be funny. What is your advice? What's your advice for young cats trying to get into the industry that don't have money for the dispensary? Man, to save up their money. That's the first thing, to see how much it costs so they can come up with a plan. Because most people, they just want to do it, but they don't want to come up with a plan. Like, you got to come up with a plan, write the plan down, manifest the plan. Then you got to think positive. So, man, what I would tell young cats is just start. Just see how much it is in their state. Then get with their boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, and put their money together. That's what I would tell them, man, because that's what I did. Like, we planned it out for 2 years, man, before we even started, because we was scared at first. And then after that, man, we built up the courage to start. Man, it's always about starting, man. It's always about starting that LLC. If we never would have started the LLC, then, man, I wouldn't be here. So it's all about starting, just like this show. I just started a new show. It's all about starting. Oklahoma is the only state that I've seen affordable. Exactly. And that's why I did it. That's what it seems like, man, because, man, when I look at the Ohio, they already check, man, they charging 10,000 already on the application. And they coming with all type of rules on the application. So yeah, Oklahoma is the cheapest place to start the dispensary. That is true. I'm trying to I do the mod. That is true. Because it's crazy. Like in Chicago, way crazy. They don't even got that many dispensaries because it's so strict. I mean, like, man, how can you even open in Chicago? Trying to make how you make people mods. So yeah, I'm gonna learn it though. I'm most definitely learning. So it's all about starting, man. And that's what I did, and that's what people need to do. Because I know that people want to start something, and I know that they held back by their fears. But man, you got to be fearless to start anything. Man, I can't. I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out the share screen, and I gotta figure out the mods for next week. Because I wanted to show y'all the Lit Factory menu if I can share the screen. Okay, share screen. For sure. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Yeah, I'll figure it out, man. I don't want it to be janky on my live. So what is the other side of the industry where you don't touch the plant like tech, accounting, and security? See, there's so much people, man, that's making money off the industry that's never touched a plant, that's never grown a plant, that never will. Just like you said, the security, man, the places that the growers got to go to, man, to get tested, they getting paid. All the application fees downtown, they never touch a plant, but you got to go through them, so they getting paid. So, man, there's so many people, man, that's getting paid just off the industry that you got to go through them, like a licensing, man, and all that stuff. So the state is definitely gonna see, man, what the cannabis industry like is gonna do for them. Like I'll say about 3 years, we'll definitely see like a big change to the city from the cannabis industry because it's still new. Yeah, it's still new. Man, the sticker people, the pop top people. This guy just opened up a warehouse where it's all type of accessories that you can go get. It's crazy. Yeah, I need to open up on the taxes is different for the people who touch the planet, people who provide the service. Yes, it is because they know that you are selling the plant, so they gonna tax you. And the growers, man, the growers are going through where they don't want each plant to get tagged, so they're suing the state of Oklahoma and OMA because they're trying to start this new thing that they started right in the middle and not at the beginning. And that's what they're saying, that they should have started at the beginning and not in the middle. So they all came on one accord and now they're trying to sue the state. It's crazy. but I see where they coming from. How's it in the DMV area for you? Yeah, you want to come up? I can drop the link, man, if you want to come up. I'll do about 10 more minutes. Sure. All right. Cool. Appreciate that, engineering canvas coming up. I'm just trying to build the new show up. Trying to see how to make mods. Engineering cannabis.
What's up, man?
What's
How
going
you
on,
doing,
man? I
man?
appreciate you coming on, man. What's good?
Hey, man. Good. I'm good. I've been following your the YouTube channel where you opened your dispensary. I followed it from beginning to end.
Oh, man, I
So,
appreciate that, man. Real talk.
so how you opened the dispensary? How you face challenges with the manager and the building?
Man, I'm still facing challenges, man. They still trying to hate on me, man.
So I saw all that. I'm like, wow, this dude. And I'm not like I'm not. I'm gonna be like I'm not like you. I'm never gonna open a dispensary.
Nah,
Nah.
man, don't say that, man.
No, I already know my lane, so dispensary is not for me. I'm not going to be involved in trying to touch the plant.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
always, I'm the guy who tell you be the accountant, so be the tech guy, or
Right,
be the guy who's be the tech guy, be the guy who's providing the services.
right.
So
Exactly. How
rather
long you been
than
in the industry?
I'm going to 4 years now.
Oh, 4 years? Okay,
Mm.
damn.
So I've been, dude, I've read every law. I started by reading every law in the whole, from Canada's law to every law in the state. I
Right.
read every single law. I started basically reading everything about the cannabis, how to grow it, how to package it, how to do everything. So I know everything from growing, cultivating, processing. I know how to do all that. I've been
Oh,
going
okay.
to conferences. I went to a couple of conferences in Vegas.
Man, just
Uh,
learning.
just learning, just scooping a lot of knowledge about the industry. And the
Right.
one thing I learned is I'm not going to touch the plant because the laws, Oklahoma laws is okay, but everywhere else, the laws is just stupid,
It's
stupid.
crazy, right?
It's not for me. It's against black people. I'm going to be honest with you. In
Facts.
order in order to start a cannabis business, you need to have at least 100 to 200K
Right.
up front.
Up front. And they want to know where it come from.
Come from and no bank. You remember the banks? No bank is going to give you any money.
Right.
No bank is going to give you any loan. No bank is going to give you any. This is basically your own money or people you know funding you. So I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how many people gonna give me 300K or something like say, hey, go start a cannabis business for me.
Exactly.
That's why I'm
Exactly.
saying it's against black folk. It's not the best way to enter the industry as a black person, to me, if you're not going to Oklahoma for dispensary, is finding a way to do it and service in the industry.
Right.
Selling something, telling people sell vape pens, create your own product. This is the best time to create your own product.
Exactly.
Create, create as many products as you want.
Right.
put it out, let people feel it, and then just start marketing it. This is the best time to create a product from CBD, CGN, any product you want. This is the best time to start.
Exactly, man. Because there's a lot of people who started their own products, as far as the pre-roll
Yeah,
and the
pre-roll,
infused pre-roll,
and they're
man, the
making bank.
cookies, the cakes.
They
It's like
making
crazy.
bank. So I know a few people who just started pre-rolls, started selling pre-rolls, and now they're in every dispensary.
Oh, man.
So I know a lot of people. So that's why I always tell people, if you want to start going in the cannabis industry, start looking, as you said, the state. The state
Right.
laws, look at the state laws. If the state laws are telling you need 100, 200K, it's not for you. And the
Exactly.
DMV, they stupid about packaging. They change the laws about packaging almost every quarter.
Like,
They
what are
change
they
it.
saying?
Either your packaging is not up to date in terms of child safety, or your packaging is not. Basically, they change the laws. And so now you already started with one package, and they tell you, it doesn't meet the laws. Now you gotta just go destroy your whole inventory of your old package and go spend new money for. It's stupid.
Mm, man, that's crazy.
It's the laws are just. It's not tax laws are stupid too. That's why I said if when I'm in the industry and I go for accounting, or I do tech, they're not going to tax me like you guys where you touch the plant. They're going to tax me as a tech company rather
Oh,
than a cannabis company. So
oh, okay. So is that the loophole?
that's the loophole. So instead
Exactly.
of them taxing me as a cannabis company, if I'm doing accounting, they tax me as an accounting firm. So I'm not going to go tell the bank I'm a cannabis accounting firm. No, I'm going to tell them I'm a tech firm. Their
Right.
service is agriculture. And if cannabis is part of agriculture, okay. But I'm not going to tell you I'm a cannabis tech firm. I'm not going to do that. You cut me. You cut me yourself. Nah. You tell them I'm a tech firm servicing agricultural companies. And
Exactly.
again,
And what's
no.
crazy is, man, that we started all the slang for this, man, that they are taking
Yeah,
still, man, and they still using like the eighths and the
yeah,
quarters and stuff. Like,
yeah.
we started that on the streets, you know
Sweet.
what I'm saying?
And
And
the
they're
funny
taking it
part is,
corporate.
it's only 2% of black people are in this industry.
Right.
Only 2%.
Man, that's crazy.
And we are the one who've been prosecuted the most. We have people's families in jail. We have people that have gone for done big time for this product now that's profitable. But we're only 2% in the industry.
Right.
And there's a lot of money being created right now. Just imagine, I always tell people, just imagine when this becomes federally legal. Now you can have trucks, your own trucking companies that do logistics for cannabis. You can
Yeah.
now go from Canada, do logistics Canada to your state because your state, if California has a specific strain and you want to transport it to Canada, you open your own trucking business, logistics business. You can take your cannabis strictly from California to Canada, and someone like Coca-Cola said they want to make a product with your strain. They're gonna pay you big money just to help you do that logistics.
Man, I didn't even think about it like that.
I
See,
mean,
you thinking way ahead.
man, I've been thinking I got the ways designed way ahead. I know. I mean, for
Yeah.
instance, alcohol. They're already looking at ways to. They already did that. They infused out in Canada. They infused alcohol with cannabis. That product didn't last more than a day. It sold out. It
Wow.
sold out in less than a day.
See, the
So
people want it.
people want it.
Oh yeah.
People want it. So now the question is, how can you sell it without getting in trouble or without you? So this, I've been thinking of ways. I said, if I'd rather do logistics for you, I'd rather own the trucks that transport all that stuff for you. I'd rather own the warehouses where you can store your stuff in. I get the refrigerators and all that to store your stuff in and keep it where it is. These are
Right.
the business. I'll build apps for you so that you can have a delivery app that delivers from one person's house to the other. So these are the whole systems that black people can get involved in the cannabis industry. But I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that kind of involvement in black. Like dispensary. I've gone to conferences. I've only seen like 3 dispensary owners who are black when I went to conferences. Only 3, and
Man,
they
that's
all
crazy.
complained. Say it was tough and everything, and it wasn't easy.
Man, so how many conferences do you go a year?
I usually go. I used to go to 2. Then when this coronavirus started, I haven't gone again. But usually I go to 2 to 3.
Oh,
One
okay.
in Vegas. There was one in Vegas that normally happens. I usually go to all. There's a Mary Jane conference, usually in Vegas. Then there's a MJ BizCon, and they also have a Black Association of Cannabis Business Owners. There's a, I
Oh,
don't know
when
if
is
you've seen,
that?
no, there's a group where it's all for Black people in cannabis. There's a group, it's a big group, and I don't have the information, but they're always online, they throw conferences, they do things too. It's a huge group of Black cannabis business owners, and that they serve their own products. Some have dispensaries. I mean, it's a big group,
Man,
and,
yeah, I need to
and
be a part of that. Yeah,
yeah,
what is it
because
called? I can look it up.
what is it? I always have it's always on my Instagram. They always pop up when I'm on Instagram. So it's a huge. Let me see.
Oh, it's
It's a
okay, man. You can look it up and
Yeah. I'll send it to
tap
you.
back in with me on it.
Yeah, it's a huge cannabis group that
On
it's
Facebook?
on Instagram.
Oh,
They every
Instagram.
on Instagram. Okay, yeah, it is. It's minorities for medical marijuana,
Oh, okay.
and
Minorities for
they also do medical. They do dispensary. They do everything. They're called minorities for medical marijuana.
okay.
It's a big group.
That's cool then. Yeah, I need to be a part of that, man.
Yeah. So they do a lot. So it's a huge system. So
So in the DMV area, like what do you do?
DMV area, I do right now. I started my own product line. I do a little bit consulting, and I basically started a tech company for cannabis where I try to automate. So, for instance, for people who want to grow cannabis, so for your whole system, I try to automate it where humans don't touch it, but it's only robots and algorithms that help you grow your plants. I also design systems for security, systems for detection. I basically design AI for the whole system and blockchain and all that. So I'm in tech, I'm in products, and I'm all that. So that's what I do. And I do a little bit of consulting, but that's what I do after my 9 to 5. My other 9 to 5, I'm a data scientist.
Oh,
But
okay.
my 9 to 5 data scientist, and after that, I do the cannabis stuff where I design other stuff at the same time. So I'm in everywhere.
So you pretty good with numbers.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm good with numbers. That's my thing. So that's what I do. So when you were talking about all that stuff, I said, okay, the track and trace and all that. I started designing stuff for track and trace.
Oh, you
I
did?
designed, yeah, I
So
started
what's your
designing.
favorite one you think so far?
Uh, have you looked at the California track and trace system?
Man, I had a couple meetings with some out there. Yep.
I think theirs is a little bit better. Some of the ones in California, I think theirs a little better because California has a lot of restrictions. California is, I believe, is the most restrictive state.
Okay.
California and California and Colorado.
Okay.
Those they have so much restrictions. I believe anybody from who provides services, especially track and trace for California, I believe there should be a good system. But right now, I'm designing my own. I designed a lot of stuff for tech for them,
Oh, you
for other
do?
people. Yeah. So, so that's what I do. And again, I have my own product, the energy drink line. I'm launching. So all that is just coming into play.
Yeah,
So
man.
I
Like, how
mean,
can I get a case of the energy drink?
I'll send you the website. I'll send you
Okay.
the energy drink too to see how you, because basically I decided to infuse my energy drink with CBD and all natural products instead of currently all the energy drinks in the market now. It's full of chemicals you really don't want to put in your body. So what I did was I decided to work with other company, other engineers and other people to create an energy drink that has CBD in it and all natural fruits and all that. So basically, it works in basically supplying you more energy and gives you vitality and
Mm.
doesn't give you that drop down when after a day you just feel like everything. So it sustains that energy for you. So
Oh,
I'll send you an email, send me an address, I send you a case, you see what's going on.
okay, cool. Yeah, I'm about to put my email address
Yeah.
in the chat.
So that's I'm doing the energy drink. I'm doing tech for cannabis. I still go like for the banking currently the banking laws. I'm looking at the banking laws right now. Hopefully they have laws right now going into the Senate to see if they can change the banking laws for cannabis. So I'm looking at that right now, seeing how that works. So, but it's interesting. The cannabis industry is growing. It's getting better, but again, for black folk, it's not getting better because we're not involved in the laws. The
Right.
white people are making the laws for the cannabis industry.
Oh yeah, and
And,
they changing the laws too because, like I
and
said, like they tried to tag each flower that's grown, and
yeah,
they got all together, man, and start doing it, man. They self like,
yeah.
yeah, man. They
So
got
so
all
they
type of lawyers and everything on the case.
so right now they're changing laws and making. So remember, these are people who the other white folks are people who are backed by maybe the tobacco industry or alcohol industry. So once they change a law, and maybe to maybe they change the law for packaging or labeling, and it costs you $100,000 just to change that, just to do that packaging and relabel. For them, it's just a drop in the bucket. But for you as a black business owner, it's a huge hit. So these are how they manipulate the laws for you or anybody to just it's not going to be based, it's not going to be profitable for you. So
Right.
I always hate I hate touching the plant, but anything else, I know everything about the plant itself. Every aspect of the plant, I've read every aspect of it. I've done every research on it.
So you
I've
know all the strings.
I know the strains. I know I even know the products that they've known the chemical compounds that are still being formulated to come out. Like there's THC, but you know the new THCP that came out. Have you heard
No,
of that one?
no, what is it
THCP,
called?
THCP. It's more potent than THC. So there's THCP that came out. I think it was in last year. They found a chemical compound in cannabis called THCP that is more potent than THC. So lots and lots of things are coming out in the cannabis industry, and what I'm trying to do is learn. I used to even work in the dispensary. I used to just to
Oh,
try
you
to
did?
learn. I did that for 6 months just to learn about stuff, and I did that for free because I wanted to know what's going on in the cannabis industry. For instance, like the concentration or like if a customer comes in and he wants if he feels a certain pain, no, there's no dosage recommendation for cannabis. There's no strict dosage saying if I'm feeling pain in my lower back, you can have this dosage of this strain and it will help you. There's no dosage recommendations in there. So what I'm doing, I stayed in the dispensary for 6 months just to watch how it works. So what I'm trying to design is a way to create a dosage system using again tech and all that to create a dosage system for if you're 65 or 25 or something, you're suffering from a certain ailment. This is the dosage you will need with this kind of strain and to help you out. So that's what I'm developing in terms of tech too at the same time.
Man, you do a lot.
See, I'm trying to. When I got in this shop, I said, man, nah, there's money to be made in this place. If I'm not touching the plant, I'm going to make money somehow by doing something different.
See, I'm not even a year in, so I can learn a lot from you.
So no, I've been doing this 4 years. I mean,
right.
I know. Even there's a guy called Complex Design. He's in this space too.
Yeah, I follow Complex Design.
Yeah, okay. Me and him are business partners. So he supplies me. He knows where the strains are and knows. Oh no, me and Complex Design is a business partner. Well, I've been doing this 4 years.
Yeah, I need Complex Design's email.
I'll send it to you. I'll talk to him, send it to you. I talk to Complex Designs. He's in tech also, and he's also in cannabis in California. So he provides me with a connection in terms of some of my cannabis supplies and all that. So yeah,
oh yeah,
I'm in every aspect of it. I'm trying to. I said if I'm not going to make money touching it, I'm going to make money trying to make money the other way. So
exactly, man. That's the mindset, man, that we got to have, though, man.
Yeah, I'm involved in everything. I started at one point when the vape pen became popular, and now they banned it, especially for cannabis. I was trying to open a vape, just for a vape pen for black folks, for black men and black women. If you just the vape pen, just say, hey, if you like smoking cannabis and all that, and you're black and you do this is a vape pen for you. So this is what I was trying to do before before they had problems with vape pen now, and they have laws against vape pens, especially with cannabis.
Yeah.
So I had ideas I needed to explore. So that's why I tell anybody, if you can do it your way with the dispensary, there are other ways you can do it and try to make a lot of money in this because everybody's doing it the same way. I know cats are opening, again, pre-rolls. I know cats that are opening CBD, a lot of people, CBD companies. I mean, people, even right now, I was even talking to somebody where I was trying to see if, especially when it becomes federally legal, how you can start packaging food like, okay, for instance, oodles and noodles and all that, but with cannabis in there. Package it as basically all this packaging food and have it delivered to you with cannabis infused in the food. So basically, you enjoy all that, but it's going to be a packaging company. So anytime, if you want a week's supply of food infused in cannabis, you send us, we package it and we give it to you. So these are the ideas I was thinking once it starts coming federally legal, especially in the United States. There are a lot of opportunities we can think of, a lot. But nobody's thinking of it. Everybody, you yourself know there's a lot of money to be made in the cannabis industry.
Oh yeah, man. And you just opened up my eyes to a lot of things though, too. You know?
I mean, when I was telling you, I said you have you already opened the dispensary, so now you have the direct contact to the customer. Right. So now you have the actual ears that say, okay, what does this customer want? What do I see the customer really like? And once I did that, I'm like, okay, can I just start my own product line and start selling it in my own dispensary and then start selling in other dispensary and see how it works? This is the way I think. Like, okay, I already opened a dispensary. Why my dispensary not hold all my products. Why shouldn't my name be on the product in my dispensary? So
Exactly.
this is why I think like, okay, why not get what are the people looking for? What do they love to drink or what do they love to eat? Okay, they love this stuff. Okay, why not prepackage it in my name and start selling it differently and know how and basically beat the market. So that's the way I think. Um, and that's where I think people should start thinking. How do I beat this industry? How do I make sure this industry doesn't beat me? Because again,
Right. And not just get comfortable.
you get comfortable, you say, okay, yes, I'm doing this, but a lot of people are making money every day. I mean, I know people who started in dispensaries, they moved into product line. Now I know people who own their whole product line, and now they were franchising not only their dispensary, they're franchising their product line at the same time. So they get money from both sides, from franchising the dispensary and franchising their product line. So they're making bank everywhere. So I'm like, okay, this is how they work. Okay, this is okay. I'm seeing the business now. So that's how I've been learning about the whole cannabis business itself and how profitable it is, and nobody's talking about it. Even the marketing agency. If I
They talking
if
about it, man, but it's on the hush.
it's on the hush, that's the problem. Is when right now it's on the hush because everybody's trying to establish themselves as the key guy or key girl to come out when this becomes huge, really
Right.
huge. So when it really pops up, now my product is the name everybody wants to talk about. Or hey, Patrick is the guy everybody. Engineering cannabis is the guy you need to go to talk to about this, and this. So everybody's making their plans right now. Everybody's waiting as bro. Everybody's setting up their plans, setting up ways to. Nobody's talking about logistics. I'm the one who told you about logistics. Nobody's talking about it. But there are many people already waiting for that logistic part. I'm waiting for once it pops off, they're gonna make more money on that side. Nobody's talking about the tech side in terms of cannabis. But how many people waiting once it starts popping off, they go to the Fed. Imagine federal, when it becomes federally legal, they're gonna come to you and say, hey, we need a way to basically control every state how the cannabis is basically logged in, how the
Right.
cannabis is tracked and traced. How can we do this? I already have the technology. I already tested it in 2 states. I need the federal government to give me to implement it in the federal level. I need $200 million to implement it in the federal level, or I need
Fact.
$1 billion to implement it in the federal level. Cut me my check real quick.
Exactly. And
Or
man, and that's how you thinking.
that's how that's how I'm
That's how you
thinking.
thinking, man. I like that.
Or Coca again when they start infusing when people start infusing alcohol and cannabis. People like Coca Cola, people like Bacardi, everybody was like, okay, how can we infuse this and get it popping? You already, at that point, before even they saying, you already have all the research. Like, hey, I've been doing research for years. I know how to combine this cannabis strain with this your alcohol and this pH and have it popping and everybody enjoy it and still smooth. You just need to get the strain from California or you need to get the strain from this part of Africa or this strain from this. I can get it for you. You just need to pay me logistics. You need to pay me this, and this. And you need to pay me how to go through export and import. And I need all that. I need at least to be giving this to you every 2 weeks. I need at least 3 million every 2 weeks to provide this service to you.
Wow.
Coca-Cola is going to give you $3 million if they're going to make $15 million for you. So this is the way I think. This is what's going to happen in a few years.
Oh yeah. And now that you bring it up like that, it's definitely gonna happen because there's there's only so many states man, that's not offering it right now.
Yep. So right when everybody's in a mad rush to say, okay, let me open my own product line. Dude, my product line has already been opened. I have my products already on the shelves. So good luck with that. When
Right.
you're rushing to say, hey, I want to do this, I want to enter this too. You late. You late.
Exactly.
So that's the problem. You need to establish. That's what I'm trying to tell black folks. You need to establish yourself as the expert right now in front of everybody. Like, okay, I'm the expert in doing this, 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 this. If you want accounting, if you want taxes, if you want tech, if you want this, call me. But you're gonna pay for that.
Man, you got to.
You will pay for that. And that pain will cost you because it took me time to do all this.
Oh yeah, but it took you years.
Yeah, so it took me time to do all this. If you want, for instance, security system. If I already started looking at designing a security system for cultivation, and I'm not looking for cultivation as a small scale cultivation. I'm looking at okay, I'm always looking at Coca-Cola or Pepsi. They want to grow their own cultivation. How can I secure their cultivation, their crops? I'm looking at drone technology, looking at AI, looking at different ways to secure their crop and secure their soil system, looking at ways to grow it at the same time. So if you want, and I'm looking like, okay, if you want to make some money and you don't want too much human involvement in this, which if you have too much human involvement, there's a lot of problems in terms of taxes, laws, and all that. But if you want it fully automated, fully mechanized, I can do it for you, but it's going to cost you.
Right.
So and if Pepsi or anybody who wants to grow and say, okay, this guy knows how to secure a whole field for us. We have other fields in other states. Let him secure it for us. Now you're the guy for everybody's going for security for cannabis.
Exactly.
This is how it is. So that's what I'm saying. People need to start looking at this as a viable industry where money is coming, money is being loaded, but nobody's talking about it. Everybody's hush hush. While people are already making plans to come in and make that money, but nobody's talking about it. I see a lot of things going on in this industry. A lot of people making plans, designing products, designing marketing. For instance, you say you have problem with marketing. Why don't we have a black cannabis marketing firm that helps market to not only black folks but everybody else in cannabis? If someone comes to you and say, "Hey, B Mays, I can help you market a dispensary. I know you're having problems with dispensary marketing. I can help you market your cannabis dispensary, and you're
Right.
gonna make
Yeah,
huge
where's that
profit."
lane at?
See, and that's a lane that we can have brothers and everybody start looking into. We know
Oh
the
yeah.
cannabis, we know all this. Why can't we start looking at the marketing aspect of it?
Right.
Opening marketing firms with brothers running it, and we can run marketing firms for cannabis. See, these are the lanes nobody's talking about. Everybody else is just
They
quiet.
just want the quick money.
But there's money to be made, billions to be made. But
Right.
everybody's
Overall.
overall, but nobody's, and you can cut yourself a couple of millions out of that, and you can make some money out of it. But nobody's talking about how to make that money. So these are the ways I'm thinking of. Okay, these are just a few. There are a lot of more ways to make money in this industry, but nobody's talking about it.
Man,
So
that was some good information, man. I appreciate you coming on, engineering, man. Man, I got to get back here,
no problem.
man. In 30 minutes, man. I'm gonna answer these questions, man. But I want you to come up, man, anytime that you want to, man. Cause hey, man, you got way more years than me, man. You got a lot of information too.
Hey, there's lots. Once you start there, you will see what's going on. People are throwing event organizers for cannabis. I'm seeing chefs coming out as cannabis chefs. They make a lot of money. I'm seeing I'm seeing product line. If you're a chef for cannabis, come just if you start saying I'm a chef and I create good tasting, nutritious food with
Yeah, man.
cannabis,
Yeah,
then the next year you say I'm going to open my own product line.
right.
That's money.
There's a lot of infused dinners that man that people throw, and it's
I
like
say
$100,
a
and you
hundred
get like
dollars.
three things on the menu.
You say I'm going to create a good infused steak with
Right,
my own seasoned cannabis sauce.
right,
You season it, you enjoy the steak, you enjoy the season. The next year, you create your own product line. Chef Chef B Hayes seasoned steak
right.
sauce.
Exactly.
So this is just a few. So there's a lot of money to be made, but nobody's talking about it. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna. I try to talk about it, but nobody's listening.
And you can't
Nobody's
force them,
listening.
you know.
You can't force them, but that's the problem. But when the money starts coming in, now people
Then
say
they gonna jump on it.
jump on it, but it's too late
Right.
because the market's already been cornered by other people. And
Exactly.
at that point, they say, at that point, I can tell you, I told you guys this coming.
I've been told you.
I've been telling you that this is coming. I've
Right.
been telling you there's this money here. I've been telling you to do this. But nobody wants to do it. Everybody wants to just sit down and chill. But it's okay. More money for those who get involved. So, dude, to learn all this. It took me money and it took me time and money to just learn all this stuff.
Yeah, man. Like you had to sacrifice your time to learn that.
Time, money, and
'Cause
all that just
nobody's
to
teaching that.
nobody. No, there's no. That's the problem. Nobody has looked into what in the future when it becomes federally legal. What are the opportunities in there?
Right.
Nobody's talking about logistics. Nobody's talking about trucking. Nobody's talking about freight. Nobody's talking about anything. Nobody's talking about the security going into when it becomes federally legal. Nobody's talking about how you're going to get money from the federal government, the state government. Nobody's talking about stuff. Everybody's just quiet. I'm like, nah, man. If y'all gonna be quiet, be quiet. I'm gonna make my noise, and I'll make sure I get me a piece. So
Facts.
I can't be the last person. Just I don't. I always learned that you can't be the guy always waiting with a bowl in your hand, waiting for crumbs to come in. Nah,
Nah,
you
you
gotta
gotta
be
go
the
get
guy.
it.
You gotta be like, if he got a knife to cut a cake, I got a knife to cut a cake. We're gonna cut it together.
Right.
So, but
Yeah,
that's
man. I
it.
appreciate it, man.
All right, man. All right, thanks for me
And I'm gonna
up.
tap in next week, man.
All
Tap
right,
back in.
man. All right, man.
Okay.
Peace.
Okay. Appreciate you. Man, that was engineering cannabis, man, with some good information. Corey Millsap, what's good, man? You say, how are you preparing for your 2022 federal taxes? Man, that's a good question. And that question scares me, man, because I'm only 6 months in, man. And that's coming up in what, 2 months? November, December, then tax season. So that's a good question. I'm about to start preparing for that next month just to prepare myself because it is something new. So with that, man, I got to get all the information of what's needed to file them and what stuff I need to file on it. So that's a good question. When cannabis is fairly legal, are you thinking about selling your dispensary to the highest bidder? Are you nah, man, I ain't thinking about that right now. I'm thinking about a second spot, not selling my first spot, but man, if they offer some M's, man, then I got to, Corey, just like you would. But I'm definitely not looking to sell it. But if they offered, me and my partner 1.5 each, then hey, man, they can have it. You know what I mean? But nah, man, those are good questions, Corey, and I appreciate you tapping in the stream, man. I just had a conversation, man, with engineering cannabis that was great. And man, like I said, I am on the clock, so I'm about to head back out, guys. My camera is freezing. camera is freezing, so that's why, man, I had to go with the emoji. Man, this is my second stream, so I will get that taken care of. Man, I appreciate you guys tapping in. Whoever did tap in, we're gonna catch y'all, man, on the next stream next week. I'm gonna try to take my YouTube serious, man. So I'll see you guys next week, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Corey, come back to the chat next week, man, and let's talk about that. I have a cannabis accounting firm, man. Black owned. I didn't know that. So yeah, come back to the stream next week, Corey. I didn't know that, man. Let's talk about it. And I'll drop the link next week and we can talk about it. That's cool. That's real cool. Cause that accounting, man, it's tough. It's hard. It's hard to keep up with the numbers, but if you focus, you can get it done. But man, just tap in next week, man. And congrats on that.